Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing one of these videos. So, I'm going to talk about Master Rule 5 for the April 2020 revisions, and what it's going to do to the format. And everybody, all of these fanboys who grew up with fusions and synchros and exceeds, and who missed those decks, in your brain, when you want something bad enough, you're gonna seek things that aren't there. You're gonna be like, oh, this deck is gonna be good because you like that deck. Now, I get that sometimes they mean casually, but like, if you're playing at home casually with your friends, you don't have to fucking use Link Summons anyway. So I'm talking about from a competitive standpoint, what will happen on after the Master Rule 2020. Believe it or not much. Chadars will get a little better. Ironically, I predicted Thunder Dragons being the best deck of the format. I was not wrong. I was right about it being a fusion deck. So I was just wrong about the fusion deck that it's going to be. So, I predict that, assuming Chadars don't get murdered in this list, which I highly doubt they will because of the structure just coming out not long ago, that Chadars are going to be one of the best decks of the format. They're going to be scary good. They're super consistent. They are very powerful, very restricting, just really good. Definitely put some cards in the side deck for this anti-fusion cards, super polys or whatever. Other than that, it's really just going to be link spams. I do realize that Needle Fiber is coming out, I believe, at the end of the month, a couple of days before the Master Rule 5, and everybody's hoping and praying that synchros are going to be good again. The problem with synchros is that, yeah, I mean, it's not hard to do, but you need a tuner and a non-tuner who equal a specific level. For the most part. So, here's the thing. There is a hand loop deck that was going around, and I can see that possibly being competitively successful. The problem with hand loop decks is that they're only good when you go first. If you're going second, they already established the board, and any cards they have in their hand are probably just going to be hand traps anyway, which will stop your hand loop. Or if they don't stop it, the cards aren't going to matter much. They're going to already have this board established. So now you have to hope that you have hand traps to stop them from going off. And still have the cards, I don't know how many cards it is, to actually perform the hand loop with Needle Fiber. While I could see it possibly topping here and there, I don't honestly see it being a competitively viable deck. Hand loops are very difficult. The reason that Goki hand loop with Gumball hand loop was very good was because it could do other things. It wasn't just a hand loop deck. Did it hand loop? Yeah. Was it the main point? Yes. But Gokis had other plays that they could make to, you know, they could U-loop you, they could blow up the entire board. They had outs to everything with nightmares. That's why Goki hand loop was still good. Even with hand loop was still good because they had other plays. So it wasn't like, oh, I'm going second, I just lost the game. Most single hand loops, it's you focus on the hand loop and that's it. If you get stopped by a hand trap or you're going second, you kind of just lose the game. So I could see it still in games 1 and 3, possibly, if they don't get stopped by like dimensional barrier or whatever. I just don't think it's gonna be as good as everybody thinks it's gonna be. And as a whole, I don't think Synchro Succeeds and Fusion are gonna be as good as everybody thinks, other than Shadow's being the exception. Shadow's aren't good because they're a fusion deck. They're good because they have good effects. So tell me this. What deck, what was the meta before Master Rule 4? What was it? It was Zodiacs, True Dracos. That was the only two decks that could possibly top at that time. True Dracos were not an Exceed deck. They were a fusion and whatever. They didn't play an extra deck sometimes. Zodiacs are dead. We haven't really gotten a new deck in the last 3 years that are based on those that are good enough, right? I guess Alistair, but yeah, whatever. And folks, sorry. So these decks were bad before Master Rule 4, so why would they be good after Master Rule 4? Why would they be good? What has changed? Zodiacs are dead? True Dracos are dead? So that makes your deck good now? You gotta remember that we still have Spy Rules. Assuming they don't get killed off on the list, which I doubt. You still have Spy Rules to deal with. You still have, we have more hand traps now as well than we did way back then. Back then, I think it was Maxeed, Ash, and Vela, maybe? Oh, and Dro and DD Crow. Dro and DD Crow are like super old hand traps. From almost a decade ago. They came out. So we had DD Crow, Vela, Maxeed, maybe Ash. Now we have so many other hand traps. It's just insane. So, yeah, so these decks weren't good before Master Rule 4, so they're not going to be good after Master Rule 4 either. They're not going to be as great as you think they're going to be. They still suffer from the same problems that they've always had. For Synchros, you need a tuner and a non-tuner who equals up to that level. While it's not hard, there's no point in doing that when you have Link monsters. For the most part, that can do the same thing as Synchro Summoning, but better, because more generic. And then, fusions, they have the same problem. Most of the time, they need specific cards listed on the card, and, for the most part, they are minuses. Which makes fusions bad. Minus a few cards, obviously, I am talking in general. I know that there are cards of these types that are good. Instant Fusion, Super Poly, etc. I'm just speaking in general. So don't go in the comment section and slam me. Then Exceeds, you have to have 2 monsters to the same level. Again, not hard to do, but it's easier just to make links. You have links that can do the same thing that these monsters can do. Like, seriously. Scoldred gives you draw power. There are, I believe, other ones, like Nightmares, too, that give you draw power. Nightmares, out, back row, monsters, cards in general. So, you have cards like Curious, that mills. You have cards like Abaluza that gives you negate. You have cards like Borload, Sword, Topological Bomber Dragon that blow things up and protect your monsters. And steal monsters. The thing is though, that they're easier to make. Because they need just effect monsters. At most. Oh, and then you have IP Masquerina that can allow you to do these things on your opponent's turn. You don't really have things like that with synchros, fusions, exceeds that are actually good enough to play outside of maybe like Formula Synchron. And then you can just like black rolls on your opponent's turn, which is pretty good. No lie, it's good. Very disruptive and whatnot, but then you have to have it's not that great. So you have link monsters that can do the same thing as these other types of decks. These other types of decks can't do it as well as link monsters can, because they're not as generic as links. People are like, oh, it's not hard to do this. No, it's not. But it's easier to do this. Why would anybody want to play Exceeds, Fusions, Synchros, etc. when you can just play links? Oh, where's the fun? Okay, that's subjective, first off. Secondly, that doesn't make them good or competitively viable. People online, especially, think good means casual decks. Good means decks that can compete. If you mean casually, then say it, because no one can read your fucking mind. So this is just my thoughts. I just don't see those decks doing well as people think. Needle Fiber will make synchros better. And definitely synchros might see play. I just don't see a lot of Exceed decks doing well right now. There's not any good Exceeds right now that are worth playing outside of maybe Utopia the Devil, if you're playing an OTK based deck. Because that's something links are kind of missing on OTK decks. So what do I think? Well, I do think singles, fusions, and exceeds, singles and exceeds will see play, but not as a spammy type thing. They're gonna be more or less what they are now, which is just combo extenders. You see things like the Dark Warrior deck with the Power Tool Dragon and the level 4 Fire Exceed that with 1200 attack, 1200 defense, detach 2, specials amongst the grave. Things like that we've seen in the past that just help extend your plays or help you continue playing, or not continue playing, but are just a part of the combo. This combo is going to probably end with some links. Maybe a synchro, like Warlord Savage Dragon, maybe, or something like that. That are obviously a good card. I just don't see it. This, to me, I just think that they're gonna be what they always have been, and that's combo extenders, things that keep you playing. Again, speaking in general, I obviously realize that some cards, some decks are going to be good, like Shadow's. Thunder Dragons are probably going to be good as well. Everybody's selling out their Phantasmes. If I were you, I would pick up Phantasmes now. Because when people realize that links are still going to be the best summoning mechanic, and it's going to be a summoning mechanic that everybody plays, Phantasmes are going to jump back up in price. They just got to reprint and Duel Devastator, Duel Overload, the game reprinted. The pre-prices on it, I think, are like $20 a piece. So about $60, and you'll have a playset of them. Versus what it was, but it was like at this max of like 120 a piece. So pick your Phantasmes up now, because that card is going to be insanely good when Needle Fiber comes out. The format's going to shift, okay? The format's going to shift to a Needle Fiber deck. Needle Fiber is going to shift the format in a way, like, we know that it's going to shift the format. We just I don't think people fully realize how much the format's going to change due to Needle Fiber, and carrier, a union carrier. So, like, those cards are going to shift the format in a dramatic way. Both of which are link monsters, by the way. So, do keep that in mind. And there's that endless loop combo, that infinite negate combo too, which plays a lot of link monsters. And that deck could possibly see a lot of play, because even if it doesn't, even if it goes second, it could just still OTK you. So, and there's always things like nightmares and whatnot. People are always gonna play because they're better than playing main deck cards. So, anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed them. Subscribe, and think in the comments below. I'll catch you guys later. This is TheJinzo, signing out.